This is going to be a hit card. Let's take a look and see if that proves true. And we're going to try this 14 times. Oh, there was explosion of light that came out of that one. And if we take a peek at the very end, look, there's a guaranteed card. So this can totally be real or legit. So here we go. Sandshrew, Shelder, Dodrio, and Full Art Bulbasaur. That's a 1-star rarity card. Wow, that's really great. What's going on, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you guys a very interesting Pokemon trading card game pocket trick or hack that will allow you to guarantee a rare card within your booster pack opening. So I'm just going to tell you right now, if this proves true, then you guys have been opening up your booster packs wrong the entire time. So stick around until we actually find out if this works. So yeah, go ahead and click on Mewtwo. I have roughly about 14 packs we're going to test right now to see if this works out. So bear with me. And of course, we're going to see what happens. I'll show you guys the method. So we're going to go through and we're going to open a pack singularly. We're not going to use the 10 pack at all because then you have no control over which packs you get provided. Okay, so pay attention and look really, really closely. We're going to be looking at the very top of the actual plastic that these cards are in. And we're going to see if it's either straight or ever so slightly bent to the side. I know it sounds super weird, but let's jump into it. So right over here with this pack, if you take a look at the top of it right now, it is so thin, about like 1 to 2 pixels thin. And that's exactly what we don't want to see. We don't want to see the 1 to 2 pixels thin. So I'm going to flip that over to the back side. Right over here, let's take a look at another Mewtwo deck. This one is also the same thing, where it is about 1 pixel, 1 to 2 pixels wide. It's a straight line. We're looking for a bent corner. Right over here is going to be another straight one. This is completely bent. This is the one. Okay. So let's look at this one again. So if you rotate this one to the right, you can see just how bent it is. The left side is bending backwards, and the right side, if you take a look right over here, the right side of the plastic is completely bent. Look at this. And in case you guys want another side by side, this is what the card looks like, or the pack looks like when it's not bent. It's a straight 1 pixel line. You can see that right over here. I'm going to get it on the exact side. 1 pixel thick, right? But of course, we're going to look right over here, and this is completely bent. I can't even get it so that it's 1 pixel thick. This is going to be a hit card. Let's take a look and see if that proves true. And we're going to try this 14 times. Oh, there was explosion of light that came out of that one. And if we take a peek at the very end, look, there's a guaranteed card. So this can totally be real or legit. Or maybe we're lucky. We have to try it 14 times. Here we go. Sandshrew, Shelder, Dodrio, and Full Art Bulbasaur. That's a 1-star rarity card. Wow, that's really great. Now, is that luck? It could be luck. I hear some of you guys saying, you know what, hey Abdallah, you probably got lucky on that pack. Let's continue to do this 14 times. If we can do it 14 times and we get a hit every single time, then obviously there's some weight to this theory. All right, these are all straight edges. As you can see, I'm getting pretty fast at doing this. All straight edges. And sometimes we will get a whole carousel without any bent edges. Yeah, these are all the same thing. So unfortunately, we didn't get any bends. Yeah, nothing. I only have a... Oh, this one is absolutely bent. Okay. Take a look at it. The left corner is bending forward, and the right corner looks kind of... let's see, look at the right corner. Yeah, it's bending back. So this one is a bend, and I'll show you guys just an example of what the difference is, again, side by side. This one right over here is going to be a straight, and this one over here is going to be a bend, and you can see that bending forward a little bit. We're going to pop this open and see what happens. Okay, so no explosion of light that came out of it, but there is a rare card in there. It's not all commons. Okay, Jinx, Dratini, Jinx, and a Dragonite. Cool. Like, I legit needed a Dragonite card. And yeah, from the looks of it, this entire carousel right now did not have any bent edges. This one over here is like ever so slightly, but I'm not going to say it is. I can't confirm at all, like, that this one is going to have anything good in it. Or maybe it just will. I don't know. It's got something. It had a ever so slight bend to it, a Golbat, and here's like a regular old Venusaur. So, I mean, that one was like 10% bent, if anything. So I'm just going to call that one not confirmed, right? It wasn't such a drastic bend. And sometimes there's going to be a carousel where you're not going to get anything. Yeah, so the bends are... I don't really have one in this roulette over here. So that means that this one is probably my best bet. Again, it's just ever so slightly bent forward. Still a pixel wide. So, yeah, this one's an interesting one, man. Yeah, you can see that it's still a pixel. No, I'm going to say this one's not bent. So, yeah, 2 for... Okay, so that had like a spark that came out of it. So there is something good. Something actually really cool. Maybe that was bent and I was just wrong. That's another Golbat. That's kind of cool. I pulled this one a little bit earlier. So that's a 1-star rarity. That's the one that I did choose that had the most bend to it outside of everything straight. So, like, yeah, I chose that one for a reason, man. Yeah, there's really nothing in this pack outside of this one here. When I went to go move this one, it feels like it's ever so slightly bent. But honestly, I don't think so. I'm gonna call this one non. Like, this entire carousel, I didn't get a bent one. So we're going to take a look at it. I mean, there's something cool in the back, but nothing great. It's a Vaporeon. So that one was a common one. I'm gonna strike that one. This one is completely bent. All right, look at this corner right now. You can just see the lighting. If you see the lighting of it, obviously that is going to be bent on that one. This one is completely straight right over here, right? And then if you look at this one right over here, you can see that that edge, that top left edge, is completely bent towards the front. I don't even have to look at any other ones. This one I'm going to go with right here. Okay. It could be just like a regular 3 diamond. Oh, but as you can see over here, oh, that's interesting. That was a completely bent top, and I have all commons on this one. That's not okay. So there is no 100% guarantee, like, at all, with that one. Okay, so that is, I want to say, that's going to be proof that it is debunked. It was completely bent. But that is not the case at all, man. Oh, yeah, you can easily see. Check this one out. So you can see the top left corner is ever so slightly bent forward. The the right corner is bent a little bit backwards if you take a look at the shape of this thing. Yeah, so that's easily going to be a bent pack. And I'll show you, just for example, this one right next to it has a 1 pixel straight line all the way vertical. Nothing bent on the edges over here. And then right over here, you can easily see it's crimped just ever so slightly towards the front, the left. So let's go ahead and crack this open, see what we can get. No sparks. But there is a rare one, a relatively rare one in the back. So that could just be coincidence, man. Here's Kakuna. And there's a Gengar. That's great. I don't have a Gengar card, so that's really fun. We said that okay, so with this one, as you can see, the right side, the top right corner, is bent a little forward towards the screen over here. So we're going to pop this open. We're going to see if the right side bend is going to be anything. And it appears that it's not. But maybe. Maybe there's like a 3 diamond one over here. Salandit, Frostmoth, Scyther, Aerodactyl. So that's kind of cool. Okay, here we go. So we spotted one. We've spot one right over here. If you take a look at the top left corner, it's bent a little towards the front. If you pay attention to the top left corner, you can see that it is bending towards the front there. For reference, in case you want to take a look at this one right over here, this is the side profile of a regular pack. It's super straight. So kind of cool. Let's take a look right over this way, and you can see just how bent that actually is. Let's see what happens. Okay, no sparkles that come out. Wow, I'm floored at this, but there is something good in the back. Sizzlipede, Ghastly, Swoobat, and Articuno. That's awesome. This is just a regular Articuno that's 3 diamond rarity. It doesn't have the moveset of the star rarity one, but still, it's a new card that I don't have. So this entire set right over here, I couldn't find a single one of them that were bent. So I'm literally at a point where it's like I'm looking to see if I missed maybe a bent right edge. So I'm gonna like reflip all them over. I'm like literally double checking, but I'm not seeing a difference in any of these packs over here. Unfortunately, not a single obvious bend within the entire pull carousel over here. These are all 1 pixel straight line and straight edges. As you can see over here, nothing bending at all. So that's really unfortunate for our data, but that's okay because carousel does not guarantee that you're going to get one. You can see over here, nothing explosion coming out of there, but we did get something cool in the back. So I mean, it seems kind of random right now. Here's something cool. There's a Venusaur EX. I got like 3 of those. All right, great. I'll trade you. Ooh, the next one over is bent as all heck. Look at this one. Look at this one right now. This is absolutely bent. Look at the edges right here. The right edge is bent forward. You can just see that right over here. The left edge is bent backwards. That is a crumbled pack, like you had that in your pocket all day. For example, here's a little reference. This is the left edge as straight as 1 pixel. And then the right edge is just about 1 pixel as well. You can see that right over there. So this is a clear example. So if this one is all commons, we're debunking the strategy. Okay, that's not an explosion of a rare card. But if we look in the back, it is literally all commons. Oof. There we have it, man. That's the definitive answer that we're looking for. Hey, a Porygon, cool. It's a card I don't have. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's like, well, it could be a chance of all commons, like 100% reject repeats, or maybe it's like, hey, we'll give you all commons, but one of them is going to be something you don't already own. I would need more data with that one. Definitely need more data. Oh yeah, for sure. Look at this one. Okay. All right, so this one right over here, I'll show you really quick. So if you take a look at the top corner, the left one is bent backwards a little bit, if you take a look. And then the right edge, the top right, is bent forward a little bit. So this one looked like it was in someone's pocket. For reference, this one over here is bent not at all. It is 100% straight. I can get it to like 1 pixel, 1 pixel thin, exactly like that. You see that there? 1 pixel, easy. This one, I cannot get it to 1 pixel because it is a little bent and there's no straight 1 pixel on it. Here we go, a 100% official bent pack. Nothing, no sparkles that come out. And right now, all I'm getting is commons. If we take a look at the side profile, Double, Ekans, Pidgeotto, Ivysaur, and Cloyster. So it is all commons, but I didn't have Ekans. So does that necessarily mean we have like an all common pack, but guaranteed one that you didn't have before? Yeah, okay. So for this carousel right over here, the only thing I have is one that has an ever so slight left forward bend, meaning the top left is bent a little bit forward and the right side is pretty straight. So honestly, I would say this one's inconclusive, but it has more of a bend than its neighbor or any of the other neighbors right over here as far as the left goes. Left is like 100% straight and I could literally see the 1 pixel. And the right is straight as well. So this one right over here, I would classify this as like a 10% bend, if anything. Nothing really came out. And it's all commons. Heliolisk, Electric, Snom, Frostmoth. That's really bad. What a waste. Oh yeah, right off the bat. Take a look. This one right over here, that top left is bent towards the front. You can see that over there ever so slightly. And this one is, I would say, 10% bent towards the back. This one is like, I would say, maybe 30% bent towards the front. I can't even get a 1 pixel profile on this thing. It is so bent forward. So this 100% is. I'm going to take a look at its neighbor. Its neighbor is easily 1 pixel straight line all the way through. So this is a great example. Yeah, this is a 100% example. This one on screen right now is not bent. And this one right over here has a bent corner. So let's pop it open and see what we can get. Not even any sparkles, and this is all commons. Okay, dude, I'm ready to call this. I am like 100% ready to call this right now. That is rough, man. So for our last pack of our scientific exploration, we have this card right over here that is 100% straight. You can see the 1 pixel all the way down. So that one is a straight card. This one is ever so slightly bent. If you continue to see, the right side is bent forward. You can see it ever so slightly. I would say like a 10%, 10 to 20% bend forward on the right side. And the left side is ever so slightly bent backwards if you take a look at it. So once again, right over here, this is the left side of this card. I'll show you. It is nice and straight, 1 pixel thin. The right side is also 1 pixel thin. And then we're going to come over here and you can see the bend on there. And you can even see as you're rotating, just take a look at the top corners. Boom, done. So the last one, no explosions that came out. We do have something cool in the back though. Yeah, I think it's just pure coincidental. There's another Mewtwo. Great. I actually have this card. So, like, I'm cool. I'm cool with having an extra Mewtwo card, but like, yeah, that's an interesting concept. So let's actually take a look at the data and see exactly what we pulled. I know we said earlier that we were going to do 14 pulls, but we went an extra step further and did 15 just to get more science involved with this. And taking a look right over here, we're going to see exactly the lineup of all 15 of our pulls. Now, the honorable thing that you have to realize if you're going to be proving science and facts is it has to be 100% consistent. Meaning, if there's going to be an instance where it's not going to be exactly as the theory, then the theory proves false. And that's what you have to understand. I think what this boils down to is a lot of superstition and desperation, which I know all of you guys want to get the coolest cards. You want to get the rarest cards. You're chasing over that 0.020 gold Mewtwo card. I know you are, and you're desperate to do it, and that's why you clicked on this video. But of course, let's take a look at the data here. So, in conclusion, of the 10 official bent packs that we did, 7 of those booster packs confirmed a 3 diamond or higher rarity. That means that there were 3 of them out of the 10 that didn't have that at all from a confirmed bent pack. And you guys can watch the footage over again. And at the same time, to further disprove the 100% consistency on this one, there was one hardcore confirmed bent pack that had all commons in it and not even a new one within there. So I was toying around with the idea that if you get a bent pack, then you can potentially get either 3 diamonds or higher, or you can get commons but 1 guaranteed new card. That completely is out the window because we've disproven that one time. Wow, that's interesting. So, what, 70% chance of getting 3 diamond or higher throughout bent packs? I don't know. It's honestly up to you guys on if you want to take a look at your carousel and try to find a bent pack to do that. But conversely, of the unbent packs, we also had a singular confirmed unbent pack that had a 1-star rarity card that we pulled from it. So, at the end of the day, it's going to be all luck. And there's even times where you're going to get carousels that have 0 bent packs entirely. So, man, it's honestly right now, I'm going to say inconclusive. And this is myth busted, of course. So if you guys really want to know how to get your stuff, there's really no desperate answer for it. It's a gacha game. It's made by DNA. They know gacha games. And of course, they make their money on people who buy the gold bars and spend all their currency on all sorts of things that'll help them pull even more. You think they're just going to allow a cheat code in the game where you get infinite rare packs just by flipping one over and looking at the top corner? No way, man. And those of you guys that think that that's the case, okay, we want to see some video proof of that. Anyway, if you guys are ever curious of what kind of cards you're going to get, remember that these genetic Apex packs are not all created equal. If you take a look over here and take a look at the Mewtwo one, for example, take a look at offering rates, and you'll be able to see exactly what you're going to get. You can get a rare pack at 0.050% chance, which is that's considered a god pack. You're never going to get that. And there's no guaranteed way of getting it. So you can see over here, these are pretty much all the rates that you can get and the best ones. So right over here, you're going to see that with this one, you can get any of the gold cards at a 0.013% chance. If you want to get the very rare Mewtwo card that has an animation, that's 0.222% chance. And then of course, it just raises even more depending on what you're trying to get. So take a look at all these offering rates, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Fractions of percents in order to get the cards you want. I'm so sorry to burst your bubble, but that's exactly how it works within this game. And if anyone comes over and tells you otherwise, they just got lucky or it was a straight coincidence. But anyway, guys, am I wrong? Please let me know in the comments. Let me know your anecdotal thoughts about what you think about the concept of bent edges on pulling these cards. Now, of course, I did 15 packs for you and I showed you the video proof. If you see people in the comments saying, hey, I got something on my bent pack, pure coincidence. Video proof or it didn't happen. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to read all your comments on this. If you guys have a friend that is enjoying Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, do me a favor, share this video with them so that they don't go through social media or any other content creator and just believe the first thing that they say, because they're going to waste a lot of time swiping through and like grabbing a magnifying glass and looking at pixels, when that's absolutely debunked with this video here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.